I think the favorite thing about my office is that it's full of stories. I think I feel the people present in it when they're not here. And I feel like the stories of the people and the stories of the growing plants, it makes me feel alive when I'm in here doing sometimes paperwork. I love the things when they're gorgeous, and I love them when they're struggling. I think that it just reminds me of that each student is a surprise, and each student has their own way to grow. On days when I think, oh, is this student going to make it? I remember that sometimes the very student who you think isn't going to make it, you just see them in that part of time when they're struggling, but they actually thrive. I taught a class called To Dance is Human, where we explored really all the many aspects of dancing from different cultures, from different ethnicities, from different socioeconomic, from different genders, from different choices of sexual identity. And I sort of believe that this captures a sense of what happens when we dance together.
So these are all from southern Mexico, Guerrero, and they're all coconuts. Everything is from the sea, and it's paper mache and painted. All of this jewelry is made by women in red light districts in Guatemala and in the capital. And it all started 11 or 12 years ago. I heard a program on the radio on NPR about a woman named Susie Sika, and she was 41, and she had 7 children, and she wanted to learn to read. So I kept thinking, like, how could I help this woman? And it occurred to me that I had a student who was Guatemalan, Ana Moraga, and she was graduating. And I was like, Ana, if I give you $300, I guess I didn't have very much money then, because now I would offer more. And I was like, if I give you $300, would you move to Guatemala and find this woman in the red light district, La Línea, and teach her to read? And she just said, I'll do it. The story was in January. I spoke to them in February, and then in August, they moved there. So now we are formally an organization run by and for sex workers. We're really about empowerment, not the jewelry, not learning alternative income, but in the long run, that you can make choices for yourself.
Most of the time when students come, I think that they're just, in such shock. It might seem a little unusual that I have so many unusual things in the office of somebody who studies scripture professionally and teaches scripture, but the fact of the matter is, our answers that we get from studying the Bible are only as good as the questions we think to ask. And I've always found throughout my life that questions can come from all kinds of different things, from other cultures, from travel, from experiences, from reading far beyond religious studies even. And I find that those things often raise questions and raise new ideas that I can bring back to my study of Scripture. So part of this is a reminder that so much of life can actually generate interesting questions that you can bring to the study of texts, and especially to the study of the Bible. So I guess there's a little bit of a serious side besides the fun that I have with it.